So myself and the dog are heading to just a little woods, nothing major, not far away, about 5-minute drive, and we're going to go for a little walk. And I shall tell you more when we get there. The dog is not enjoying this experience. I think this may be the first time that I have ever travelled with the dog alone. Usually there would be somebody else in the car that would hold the dog, because she's not the best passenger. She's having a good sniff around. It's the first time she's been in this car. But as I say, we're about 5 minutes away from there now. So as soon as we land, I shall pick up with the video. Oh. See, the rain is coming down. It's not the most pleasant afternoon. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and it's been spitting like this most of the day, to be honest. So some of you that have watched previous videos of mine may also recognise this place once we get there. You probably won't, but you might. And I did a series of 3 videos here, and it was about the hill. So I had a real, almost full-blown panic attack after scaling the hill that was here. I mean, it's not a major hill, but it's a little hill, and it got me out of breath, and it made me feel really panicky at the time. So you might recognise this location, but here we are. This is it. We're going to find somewhere to park, if at all possible. So this is it. There's 3 cars here. One has just pulled up behind me. He's getting his bike out of the car. I assume he's going for a little trek on his bike. I don't see any other people. This is it. Let's go for a walk. Me and the mutt. And I'll tell you more actually about why I'm doing this right now. So let's crack on. Jesus Christ. That's it. So my dog is an idiot and doesn't stop pulling on the lead. But that's just what they do. Come on, Lace. Oh, she's peeing. It's pleasant. So there's the car. We're next to the road at the minute. I'm just going to let the dog have a wander. We're going to head down this way. Come on, Lace. Come on. It's a nice area. I mean, you might recognise this. You probably won't. But we have been here before. It's actually raining as well, which isn't what I expected or wanted. Come on, Lacey. Lacey, come on. I was umming and ahhing for like the last perhaps hour before I set off, trying to decide whether to bring the dog or not. And I thought, yeah, it'd be nice to have some company, because this is the first time I've ever done this on my own. Usually I would bring my son or my daughter. I mean, that's the usual thing. I don't know if you've ever watched me on a walk somewhere on my own, apart from right, like round the field that's by my house. So this is the first, and the reason for this video, because there is a reason for it. And the reason is that I wanted to talk about whether this was exposure therapy, or is this just me going for a walk? And it begs the question, do we put too much pressure on ourselves when we go for walks or when we do these things, obviously with regards to anxiety and agoraphobia? Because there's been so many times where I've built up and put so much pressure on myself. You know, this is exposure therapy, I'm going for a walk, this is exposure, it's all about anxiety. And I thought to myself this morning, I just fancy going for a freaking walk. And there doesn't have to be. There's no set thing. There's no... This is not a challenge. This is not me doing this because I want to expand comfort zones and radiuses. This is just... I'm just coming for a walk. I've just brought the dog out. And I'm just going for a damn simple walk. So, thanks to the dog, I now have to walk around carrying a bag of shite as well, which is just what I wanted from this journey. But I do my bit. I pick up my mess. Well, not mine, but my dog's. So here we are. And here, we just nearly fell down there to come down here, because this area and this sort of, well, it's been blocked off now from the factory, but this used to be a railway line, and this is a bridge that went over it, and that piece of writing says, "Do you like hurting people?" Which is a very random question. So as of now, right this second, we are walking down an old railway, which is pretty cool. But I can see in front of me, and you can perhaps see too, that this path is muddy, and I have got my best friggin' trainers on, and the dog is right in the middle of it, and she's got to get back in the car. So this was probably not the greatest idea that I've ever had, but oh well, we live and learn. Oh no, the dog's got caught. This is a prime issue with walking a dog on a lead. Look, Lace, stop. Oh my god. Because I have to walk round the frigging tree. Right, but let's lock her in. Man, this is pants. I need to get up the bank without falling and filthying my white top. Oh god. What have I done? Lace, come on. We're going to go up here. Lace. We're going to risk this. We're going to risk this. All those years of playing army with my mates finally pays off. We made it. Oh no. Come on, Lace. Let's pull it up. Yes. We got it, mate. Getting a mouthful of cobwebs and I'm actually getting really out of breath, which is not great. Oh no, I've lost. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So I had, because I'm getting quite out of breath, cutting through all the thick, dense crap back there. Go on, Lace. So I'm out of breath, and I've just noticed, because I did bring a bottle of water with me from out of the car, and I've just this second noticed that the bottle of water was in this pocket and it's gone. Oh dear, and I'm having to crouch through this crap. Come on, Lace, this way. So that's not great. But it's interesting that it hasn't really fazed me too much. I just noticed that it's not there. And I also realised that Yes. So if anybody else was getting out of breath right now, what would they do? They'd simply slow down a little, you know, and try to regain control of their breathing, which is what I'm trying to do. I mean that. I haven't even paid any attention to see if there's been anybody about at all. I don't even know where I am, to be honest. I have no clue where the car is from here. But my glasses keep falling off. So the point of this video, as I tried to say, was like, does it always have to be? Does it always have to be exposure therapy? Or can it just be going for a walk? I was going to say peaceful, but this is... So I was going to say, before I was rudely interrupted, going for a peaceful walk. Can you just go for a peaceful walk? And then my hat got picked off by a branch. So can you just go for a peaceful walk, or does it always have to be something more? You know, is it always about anxiety? And for me today hasn't been. And since we went away, was it last week? This week? It was last week, the start of last week. Since we went away, I've really found myself just wanting to go and do something again like that. Like I've been saying to my wife, can we go away this weekend, or can we go stay in a hotel or something? But obviously there are financial limitations on what we can do. So I've had to just try and scale it in a bit and just accept that there's plenty of places not a million miles from me, and we've just covered one of them. I guess now I've really got to figure out how I'm going to get the dog to sit in the car without getting it filthy. That's going to be tricky, but we'll see what we can do. Let's head over. See, any sensible person would have had a bottle of water with them to maybe wash the dog's feet. Not me. Let's see what happens. The car is just here, next to the road. So, that, ladies and gents, is about it. Taking off my coat. I had to put it in the car because the dog's feet are muddy. She's sitting in, she's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Was that exposure therapy, or was that just a walk? It felt like a walk to me. There was a few hairy bits where the hat flicked off and I was getting out of breath and my legs were pulling and the dog was getting tangled up. It was quite, when I think of it, quite stressful, but nothing that we can't handle, baby, nothing. So I can't believe that I actually dropped the bottle of water while we were on that. That's crazy to think. That was the first thing I thought of after that tiring bit, once we'd got up that hill and climbed through all the reeds and stuff off the muddy path. I thought to myself, maybe a drink of water will stop the thinking of the breathing, the rapid breathing, because it started picking up. But then I realised that the bottle of water had gone, and it didn't bring along that freaky flash of panic. It was just a case of, I was more surprised. I didn't even notice that had gone. So let's head home and see what the rest of the day has in store. But I'm quite happy indeed. That was the woods. This is Anxiety United. and that was just a walk. That was not exposure therapy. That's a win.